I'm a soul and I belong to God. And there was this one brother, and he had come first time to the center, and he said that, if a man is in love with a woman, then, if that woman is not, stays separated from the man in this birth, then the soul will wander, and then in the next birth God will ensure that that man meets the woman. And I asked him, why do you have this philosophy? So he said, because you see, love is very strong, and even God has to bow down before love, and he has to ensure that two lovers meet. So I was just, after listening to that whole thing, I was thinking, where do I start giving him the knowledge? Because, it's also distorted. And then I told him, okay, so let us start with, you are a soul, and it is not necessary that in the next birth the man will become the man and the woman will become the woman. It could be vice versa, or you could have the same gender also. So he said, okay, that is also okay, but in the next birth they will meet. So so I was just thinking, people have these strange ideas, and then I tried giving him the course a little, but what I'm trying to tell you is that, we've come so far away from the truth that I am a soul and I belong to God, because there are these ideas and theories that, women belong to men and men belong to women, and then parents belong to children and children belong to parents, or these days men belong to men and women belong to women also. So there are these various theories that are doing the rounds all the time, but Baba says, no, you are not a man or a woman, and you're not a parent or a child or a brother or a sister. You are a soul and you belong to me. And Baba says that this is something that you have to remember all the time, that I am a soul and I belong to God. And Baba says that because you were separated from me, so you started building attachments, in this old world. So you started getting attached to people, you started getting attached to places, you started getting attached to things, and in that attachment you started building your own theories, and then you started acting viciously because of those attachments. But Baba says, so have you seen that when we are little and our parents are not around, then we do whatever we want. So you play music, you waste time, you don't study, or you just play, and just you're wasting time. But then as soon as the parent arrives, you get alert, and then you start doing whatever the parent tells you that it's the right thing to do. So it's the same, we were separated from Baba, and in that separation we did a lot of things which were very unhealthy for us. And Baba says that, okay, at that time you did not know that attachment is unhealthy, and you did not know that attachment to things takes the form of greed, and attachment to people takes the form of attachment, and attachment to your own acquired qualities, it takes the form of ego. So you did not know all these. You did not know that attachment to other people's bodies takes the form of lust, and these attachments were driving you, and you were doing everything driven by these attachments. And it is okay, you were doing all of that because you did not know what you were doing and you were misguided by Maya. But now I am here, and Baba says, now I need my children to take care of this sacrificial fire. So, Baba has come to reclaim his children, and Baba says, you are a soul, you belong to me, and your task is to become my right hand in creating this new world which I am creating through this yajna. And you are the ones who have to take care of the yajna, because you belong to me, and everything that you call yours also belongs to me. So Baba says that is the truth, and Baba gives us the reminder that you are not doing any favor to me. So Baba says, I own you, you're mine, and everything that you call yours also belongs to me. So you just start, start following what I say, and start using your body, mind, and wealth for the creation of the new age, because that's the truth. And when you listen to the Father, you get the inheritance. When you listen to Baba, you get the benefit of listening to Baba. So Baba says, I'm not here, and you are not doing any favor to me. I'm not here to ask for a favor. I've come for you, and I'm creating a better world for you, just like any father. I have this desire that my children also deserve a better world and they should belong there, and I'm creating that world for you, and it is your duty to now belong to me and just finish all your attachments which you built because I was not there, and because you were misguided and you forgot everything. You built these attachments, but now you get over them. And these attachments, so you see that everything in the drama is predestined. So everything in the drama is absolutely predestined, and people, places, things, achievements, attainments, they all happen according to the drama. Yes, so there is no formula to extend anything beyond its time. So people come, people stay, people leave, attainments, they come, they leave, and things, they come, they belong to you for a while, and then they change. So all these things are pretty prefixed in the drama. Yes, so if you look at it, so there's this one brother, and he asked me a very interesting question once. He said, sister, I was a nobody, and then I just felt that I have this magic touch where whatever I do, it's like I turn it into gold. So I started business, and whatever business I did, I earned lakhs of rupees per day, and it was just some magic. And he said that for 15 years I just earned like anything, and then suddenly I had a loss, and in that loss I lost to the tune of 50 crores. And then he said that after that everything was lost, and then I'm still that same person, but that magic touch is not there. So, yeah, I still try to do business, I still try to make plans, I still try to use the best of my experience and my knowing, and I try to build businesses, but I'm not able to do that. So, can you explain why? So, I said, we have a very simple explanation that in the drama it was like that at that time, and in the drama it is like this at this time. But I told him, you see, how much did you earn in that 15 years? I'm sure much more than 50 crores. So he said, oh, don't ask me, sister, it must be 50 times to the tune of 50 crores. So I said, but still, you see, you are not a happy person today. So even if you earn so much for 15 years, it cannot ensure happiness. Yes, and today you are sorrowful despite earning so much for 15 years. So I think, we don't need to work on the money, we need to work on the attachment. So you see that you are so attached to the work you do, you're so attached to people you belong, people who you engage with, or you're so attached to whatever you acquire in this world, that attachment becomes a reason for sorrow. And Baba says the nature of the drama is such that people will come and go, things will come and go, attainments will change every second. That's the nature. But the nature of the drama is also that you can be happy every moment while everything shifts and changes form and changes their availability or unavailability. You can be happy and peaceful always, but when you start getting attached, everything becomes a reason for disappointment and sorrow. Yes, so all our disappointments, all our sorrows, all our fears, everything is because of this attachment. And Baba says, now and this is what Maya did to us when Baba was not here. So Baba says that you lost touch with me and you came onto the stage, you forgot me, and then Maya started playing these games with you. But now I am here and I tell you to finish all attachment in this old world. So Baba says, this body, relationships, things, attainment, achievement, everything is there. So, in the drama, you and your belonging, it's all there. But then you must not be attached to it, and you must understand that all your attachment is with me and you belong to me. And then how do you engage with everything outside, with the body, with relationships and everything? So Baba says, become a trustee of everything. Yes, become a trustee of everything. And if you ask yourself very sincerely, are you a better trustee or are you a better owner? We are always better trustees. So, whenever, so I give a lot of classes on attachment and abuse, and in the past also I have given this class many times. So, whenever you are attached to something, you start abusing it, you start wasting it. Whenever you say something is my own, you don't respect it. Yes, so everybody respects other people's families, but their own families they don't respect, because they are the own. So, I'm the owner, so I don't respect. So, in this Kali Yuga, we have learned to disrespect, attach, and abuse that we call our own. Yes, so ownership leads to disrespect, attachment, abuse, and wastage. So people say, it's my money, I will throw it in the garbage. Why do you want to throw your money in the garbage? Why don't you use it fruitfully? But that's the attitude, it's my money, I burn it, I throw it, whatever I do with it, it's my money. But if it's your money, you should put it to best use. But the thing is, you are always thinking about abusing and exploiting and, wasting and squandering whatever you have and disrespecting whatever you have. So Baba says, you are creating these emotions of fear and sorrow and loss and so many other negative emotions because you are attached to something that is prefixed in the drama and that which you cannot control. Yes, so when you are attached to something, you think that it will operate according to your wishes and your dictates, but that's not happening. So you think that my child will be like me and they will have a life journey which will be totally governed by how I want them to have it, but that's not how it's designed. So Baba says that you think that whatever you are attached to will follow your whims and fancies and your dictates and your wishes, but whatever you are attached to has its own journey, whether it's people, places, things, whatever. Even things, if I like something, it's going to live longer. It's not like that. So, even if I like a plant, I love a plant, the plant has its own life, If I like a pet also, it has its own life. If I like my child also, it has its own life, its own journey. So Baba says, you keep creating these feelings of attachment and then this fear of loss and then the disappointment and sadness every time it changes and doesn't behave according to you. You keep creating all of these feelings and emotions because you are attached to something. And then second thing is, in that attachment you also disrespect and don't use it properly because you are attached, so you don't make the best use of it. Your emotions come in the way, so and you try to disrespect it and underutilize it or misuse it or waste it most of the time. So Baba says you have to withdraw your attachment from everything that you call your own, because this attachment is not doing any good to you. Yes, and just think for a moment, what have you made of all those souls who you are attached to? Yes, so you are attached to your, whoever you call your own. And what have you made them? The laziest, most unproductive, burden on earth that you have created because you are attached to those souls, because you can't see them toil, you can't see them sweat, you can't see them work, you can't see them make any effort. And you are, again, because of the attachment, you're spoiling their destiny. So Baba says that do not fall into this trap of attachment. And now you become a trustee. And when you become a trustee, what do? You put it to best use. So what does a trustee do? He puts everything to best use. But Baba says, before attachment and trustee relationship on the outside, you must understand that you are a soul and you belong totally, entirely to me. And everything that you have is for me. It belongs to me, and everything that you call your own, you belong to me. Your body, your mind, your wealth, your relationships, everything belong to me. And what is my direction about using all that you have? My direction about using all that you have is you use it for this yajna seva, for creation of a new world. Yes, so that is my direction, and that is the best use you can put it to. Now, so Baba says, I have come from the soul world. You belong to me. Everything that you call your own belongs to me, and you must use it on my direction. Become a trustee, make the best use of it, and the best use of it is to put it to the creation of a new world. So this is Baba's direction, and Baba says, never use anything without asking me. So, take advice from me and do everything. So, whenever you have to put your body to some use, ask Baba, consult Srimad. So, is this allowed under Srimad? So, only if it is allowed under Srimad, you use your body for that, or your mind, or your wealth. And Baba says, without consulting me, don't do anything. And Baba today says, you are my Rajrishis, my Raj Yogis. Yes. So, who is a Rajrishi? So, Rajrishi means you are a Rishi, you are a sannyasi, and then you are also a Raja. You are also a king. So, Baba says, you are a king of my treasures, and you are a sannyasi of the old world. So, you are a sannyasi when it comes to the old world. You have no attachments, no attraction with the old world. That makes you a rishi. And you are a Raja when it comes to treasures that come from me. So Baba says, you have full rights over my treasures, and you are a full sannyasi when it comes to the old world. So that is the concept of a Rajrishi. So, in this world, people have great intoxication of what they have and what they do. So they think, I'm the king. So when somebody says, I'm the king, what are they intoxicated about? That which is perishable. Yes, so Baba says, you are a rishi when it comes to the old perishable world. You do not feel any ownership in this old perishable world. You don't have any intoxication of this old perishable world. So, even if you have a very healthy body, or you have great relationships, you don't feel the intoxication of it. You feel like, okay, it's there, it belongs to Baba. Good that the relationships are great, they will serve Baba. But when it comes to Baba's treasures, you feel like a Raja. You feel that, I am Master Almighty. I am the Master Ocean of virtues. I am the Master Ocean of powers. So you are a Raja in that sense. And then you are a Raja when it comes to your own sense organs. Yes, so Baba says it's not the state of health, but it's your position that you are a self-sovereign and you are a master of your senses and your mind and intellect. That is what is a matter of intoxication for you. And you are very proud that, I am a self-sovereign and I am a master of Baba's treasures. And Baba says that such Rajrishis, Raj Yogis, they become instruments to take care of Baba's yajna. So you see, Baba has created this sacrificial fire, and in this sacrificial fire, everything is required. Body, mind, wealth, time, energy, thought, everything is required in this sacrificial fire. And Baba says, only those children of mine who are Raj Rishis, Raj Yogis will be able to take care of this sacrificial fire. Because what I have understood from my own experience is taking care of Baba's seva needs a combination of feeling very responsible and being entirely selfless. So, mostly what happens is when you feel responsibility, along with that comes attachment. And when you are selfless, you tend to abandon everything and not take responsibility. So that's what happens in the world. But when you are a Raj Rishi, then your sense of responsibility comes from the fact that you have this great intoxication of who you are. And you are Baba's child, and Baba is sustaining you with so much treasures that you feel that you have a duty towards fulfilling Baba's hopes and dreams. And then because you are a Rishi in the old world, so you don't have mundane desires. So you are selfless in that sense that you don't have mundane desires, because anybody who has limited desires, mundane desires, they cannot do seva because they get caught up in the desire. As soon as you start doing something, getting something, you get caught up in the desire. So Baba says, in order to be a yajna rakshak, or be somebody who takes care of the yajna or becomes an instrument, you have to have this combination where you're totally detached from the old world, and nothing in the old world is interesting or exciting for you. And then you are completely, intoxicated by Baba's treasures and knowledge, and that drives you. So, when you're so full of knowledge and peace and purity, that drives you to be an instrument of God and serve. So you have to be equally driven and equally detached. So that's the combination of a Raj Rishi. And Baba says, when you are a Raj Rishi and you're equally driven, equally detached, and you become an instrument to take care of Baba's seva, then what happens is, I give you the biggest prize. And what is the biggest prize? The sovereignty of heaven. So you become a self-sovereign, you feel like you become the master of heaven, because you receive that as a prize for being a Rajrishi and taking care of Baba's yajna by being an instrument. And I was just thinking about the qualities of somebody who is free from attachment, totally belongs to Baba, and is a Rajrishi. So, that soul lives in the world like a trustee, and the sign of a trustee is you don't have emotional fluctuation depending on what's happening in the old world. So because you are withdrawn from the old world, you are dispassionate with regard to the old world. So, you take care of everything, but it doesn't make you emotional. So, your body will go through many phases, relationships will go through many phases, and the work you do and finances and everything. But you understand that you're just a manager, so you do the needful, but you are very unemotional about it. You're very dispassionate about it. And you take care, but you don't worry. You never worry. You never feel any emotion for anyone or anything in the old world. And all your emotions are directed towards Baba and Baba's seva. So you feel that what is important is, even if the body or relationships or wealth is going up and down, how much of it could I use for seva? That's all that matters to you. So that is the sign of a Raj Yogi or a Raj Rishi. And then another sign of a Raj Rishi is, because you are unemotional, you are like this detached observer in the world. And then because you are in Baba's remembrance all the time, so you have this great intoxication that I am Baba's instrument, full of Baba's treasures. So success is my birthright. So whatever you do with this great intoxication that success is my birthright. So today Baba is basically talking about creating an attitude, where you live in this old world, but you create your fortune for the next world. So you live in this old world, but you are not attached, and you belong to Baba and create your fortune for the new world while living in this old world. And this attitude of a Rajrishi is what we all need, so that we can create our fortune for the new world. And today's Murli Baba specifically mentions that in Satyug and Treta Yuga, you will have a lot of fortune, and it will look like, your physical father is giving you the inheritance. So, when you are a prince, the king will hand you over the inheritance. But that inheritance you will not get from the king. That inheritance is based on how much effort you made right now in Sangam Yuga. So Baba says that is just fortune which you will keep getting for 21 births, but all that fortune has to be created now. And just look at what people are doing in the world of attachment. So in the world of attachment, we are only wasting our time, thought, energy, money, and not making any effort to create fortune by doing Vishwa Seva. So Baba says, now you belong to me. You understand that I am Vishwa Kalyankari. I am the benefactor of the whole world, and you are my child, and your duty is to do world service, and by doing that you will create a fortune, and that fortune will last you for 21 births. And although in Satyug and Treta you will not remember that you earn this fortune now, but that fortune you will reap as a fruit because of the seeds you sow now. And have you heard this expression, golden spoon in mouth, born with a golden spoon in mouth? So Baba says, for the 2 yugas, you will be born with a golden spoon in mouth. But that golden spoon in mouth will be, your entitlement because of what you do right now. And what you have to do right now is finish all attachment, become a trustee of everything, totally belong to me, be a Rajrishi, become my right hand, my instrument in creating the new world, and then I will fill your aprons for 21 births in a world of happiness, peace, and prosperity. So this is Baba's direction today, and Baba uses this word dying alive. So many a times in the Murli we hear this expression Jeete ji marna, or dying alive, but Baba says dying alive doesn't mean go and commit suicide. So but in bhakti, people do that. They go to Kashi and they commit suicide. So they jump into a well and they say, we are dying in the name of God. Baba says, I don't need your suicide. What will I do with your dead body? So you are useful when you are alive. So what you do is, you stay alive, don't die, but belong to me. So stay alive, don't die for me, I don't need that. I want you to belong to me and die from the old world while you're alive. Because if you finish your life, it's not going to help me. So Baba says, you stay in this life, just die from the old world, from your attachments, from your vices, because every attachment is vicious. So you cannot be pure and attached. Pure and attached don't go together. Attachment and vices go together. So Baba says, finish attachments, finish impurity, belong to me, and use your body, mind, and wealth on my directions. This is dying alive. Dying alive doesn't mean go and jump into a well. I don't need that. Okay. Om Shanti.